Hello and welcome back to the series I don't have a name for yet because I still haven't seen the comments for the first one. Today we are going to be building a base that works with my stun baton and my turret. I think the base design I'm going to go for is going to be basically what I used in the last series for my starting Horde base, but I'm going to improve upon it in a few key ways that I think are going to help it perform even better. But if you want to build a base, you need materials, and I don't have many. I have 950 cobblestone, few hundred stone, few clay, barely any wood. I mean, a really good bet for getting these is of course going to be the traders. Doing tier 1 jobs for them has a decent chance of giving you wood and cobblestone. I don't want the XP from upgrading. If you want those, you should do it. I would actually much rather just place the blocks and be done with it for this, because it's quicker and I can spend more time doing other things getting XP. It's perfectly valid if you like to upgrade. I like to upgrade on bigger bases with like concrete and steel. I think I'm just going to start off with cobblestone on this one and use that XP later. Now I'll need more cobblestone than that, of course, more than just a few blocks. So I'm going to go out and gather up materials. Obviously I have no miner 69er. I don't think I have any rockbusters, do I? I have 3. That's something. Now I can make slightly better tools because I have a load of books, so let me do that real quick. Let's take these mods off of there, and I've got a shovel as well. I am going to dig up, how much do I think I'll need an additional 2,000 cobblestone at most. I'm going to mine up 2,000 stone and 2,000 clay during the night, hopefully, assuming I can do it that quickly without any miner 69er, we shall see. Oh, I better take those rockbusters. And then I'll turn that all into cobblestone. Alright, it is morning. I managed to mine up the 2,000 stone easy, and I've been converting that over to cobblestone as I gather clay. Obviously, gathering clay is a lot harder. What happened to the skybox? The fogs went a bit weird. That's odd. So yeah, a wandering horde came through last night, and I didn't want to fight them because they're nightmare speed, but now it's daytime, they're just run, so I'm just going to fight them. Ow. Right, so now that I have access to this field again, and as such can get clay much faster, I'm going to dig up the other 900 odd clay that I need, and then we can queue that up in the workbench and in my pockets to be blocks. We can go and do something else while we wait for those blocks to craft so we can build our base. There we go, that's all of my stone matched to some clay. I've already crafted 1,000 more cobblestone in my pockets because I did it gradually while I was gathering the rest of it. And this is done crafting a bunch more blocks. Let's put these in here. Let's see, what was that I wanted to make as well? A baton, 10 duct tape, 15. Okay, I need 15 duct tape then, cool. So while we wait for those blocks to craft so I can build the base, let's check out the trader. See if he has anything that could be of use to me. Some money, that would help. Oh, he has a compound bow. That would be kind of big, but my stun baton honestly handles most of the issues itself. Ooh, that's a lot of duct tape, but it's also a lot of money, but it's worth it. Saved me a lot of time. Right, well, before I get started on this base, I do want to tackle that baton and the stun repulsor, so let's see what I need here. The stun baton's going to need baton parts, electrical parts, and I think I have most of the other parts up in my silo here. Baton parts, leather. I need 11 forged iron. I can do that. Here we go. And then for the stun repulsor, I have everything I need except the mechanical parts. I'll craft that up here, and I'll queue up even more cobblestone blocks in this. I can actually do those in my inventory, might as well. In fact, yeah, I'll take that out right now and add in more of those. Now I just need forged iron. Oh, you can smelt cobblestone? I just did that as a little... Ah, good to know. It gives you 5 stone, so it's not really worth it. But you can do it. Right, there's 250 plus another 50 blocks cobblestone. So I should be good on cobblestone. Well, blocks. I may actually need a little bit more to do any repairs if I want to, but that's fine. 25 forged iron, let's make a stun baton. So, in the meantime, I need a base. Where do I want to build it? Honestly, just out here should be fine. Doesn't have to be far away. It's just going to be a temporary early game horde base. So the idea of this base is going to take concepts from the last base I did, the big one, the prototype version of that I used in the early stages of Insane Nightmare, and my classic design of base that I use in a lot of series, but I used it in the Alpha 21 Survival Guide. This is like the ultimate combination of those 3 ideas, and I'm going to try and do it as cheaply as possible. So I'm going to actually need some wooden frames just for a little bit of extra help here, because this is definitely a design that requires some scaffolding. We want to dig out a block first. As always, I like to put mine into the terrain to make it slightly more secure. We're going to start with one block. Grab some of these frames, and we're going to place a ladder. I don't have parkour this time, so I'm right there with you guys, making this in the weird way. So, 1, 2, 3. Place the first ladder. 4. We're going to make this 12 blocks above the ground. If you're new to my videos and you don't know why, basically, a zombie won't go into destroy area mode if they are more than 11 blocks away from the player. I use that mechanic by making my horde bases very weak, but tall, so that the zombies fall outside of that radius, and then they just continue running to the rest of your base. It does have a flaw that I will point out later, but it's a very minor flaw for what is a very, very cheap and effective base design. You just have to be careful, which isn't too much to ask, I would hope. So we're at 4 here, 1, 2, 3, 4. We want another 8 blocks on top of that to get up to 12. And I'm going to put a ladder on each of these as I go. Making sure you keep your ladder, you know, at least 2 blocks away from the ground there. 12, and ladder. Now we're going to build 3 blocks over up here. This is going to be the interior of the room you stand in. This is a different design from what we used last time. So there's 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's fine. Then we want to go down. Now, if you're worried about zombies maybe trying to climb your ladder, you can take one away and build yourself just a little bit of a weak block type situation here, and then make yourself jump onto the ladder. The zombies do not jump onto ladders. They can walk into them, they can pile up on top of each other and get to them, but there should be no reason the zombies pile up here unless something breaks at the front. If something breaks at the front, piling up the ladder is honestly an advantage to you, because if they're climbing the ladder, they're not breaking the pillar. So, you know, it's actually a bit of a helpful backup plan in that case. Right, so we want to come over 3 blocks down here as well. Dig out a block, and there we go. Then come up 12 here as well. Well, 13 if you include the one in the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Or is it 14 with including the one in the ground? Did I make this one block too high? It honestly doesn't matter. As long as it's more than 11, you're good. I think I might have made this 14 blocks tall, which, yeah, sounds like me. But that's perfectly fine. It doesn't hurt the base at all. It doesn't do much different. Oh, that tree's gonna take forever to get down, isn't it? What we actually want to do here, since we are operating in a non-parkour world, I suppose you could say, is we want to come over 13 blocks here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Dig a block. And then 1. This is going to be the same height as those other ones, whatever height you make that. 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm inside of a tree. Right, I'm just going to take out all these temporary blocks. They are just that, temporary. They only cost you 2 wood, so it's really not a loss if you lose some. So we have our weird thing here. I'm going to take this tree down. It's in the way. It's annoying me. It looks like I might have made that one too tall this time. It's fine. I can break it with my stone axe. As long as it's more than 11 blocks. Ideally, you want 12. So what we're going to do now is we're going to come in with temporary blocks again. Start building a little bit of a bridge. And just make your way over there. Now, keep an eye on your stability. You won't be able to do this forever. If I was to place one more here, this would all collapse and I would probably die from the fall. What we want to do now is just use that to place these blocks a little bit easier. Now, the reason you would use temporary blocks for that, even though it doesn't seem like you need to, is if you want to use something thinner than these 1x1 blocks, like a pole, or a railing, or one of those like 0.25 pillars, you don't actually need to do it for these thicker blocks, but I did it out of sort of a weird reflex from using poles in the last series. But this one is just going to use a wider thing. Now you'll notice that we're starting to get yellow, and that is because you can actually only go 13 blocks from one of these pillars to the other one. That's why they're 13 apart. So you should be able to connect it just fine. I'm going to take this one wrong block out. There we go. So you have your bridge now. One thing you'll want to do is figure out where the very front pillar is and just place yourself a block to keep note of it, because that's where your fighting position is going to be. That's just a marker, if you will. So I'm gonna nerd pole up and take out those temporary blocks. They don't hurt the base at all, it just annoys me to look at it, and I use them as a bit of a reflex for something I don't actually do this time. So now we need our ramp or staircase or however you want the zombies to get up. Now this is a bit of a freedom for the audience here. If you want to make this as intricate as you want and even have it so that it goes back and forth and layers the zombies running so that they take ages to reach this point, then you can do that. The reason you want them to take ages to reach that point there is because around about here, if you're standing in that position over there, the zombies will be put back into the destroy area radius, and some of them will just decide to start breaking blocks. It's only like 1 in 10 of them, and it's only the ones that have fallen and are going back up the ladder, so it is genuinely pretty rare, but it does do damage and it is a concern. Not enough for me to worry about, but if you want to alleviate it, just making this bridge back and forth like a snake, and then having your staircase, as long as the snake ends there, and by the time they reach that, it's been about 20 seconds since they hit the ground, you should be able to completely alleviate the issues of the zombies breaking blocks. But I don't care. It's not that big of a deal. Like, they rarely do that much damage anyway. So for this first horde, I'm just going to make a ramp. And that'll work. Now, how do I want to do the ramp? That's the real question. I think I want to do like 6 blocks out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give myself a pillar there, pillar here then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then if I actually put the ramp piece on it, wait, no, the ramp piece would be there. So you would want 6. Yeah, you want 6. Okay, let me break this. 6 above the ground, that is. And then to emulate it, I will just fill it in like this. There we go, we get the idea right. Let me actually use this a little bit, try and catch myself. Cool. And then just do this out until the final point, which is there. So that's where the ramps are going to be. They're not going to be made out of those materials, but it does mean that we do want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cubes above the ground with a 6 gap here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here again. Take out that one and dig out this. So 5 blocks of a gap between these pillars, quote unquote pillars. So let me just take these out. So 6, 5. Then we want to dig out like a 3x3 around this and fill in with blocks where you can. I'm just doing this gradually here because I keep running out of stamina without miner 69er. There we go, fill that one in and take out these 3. 1, 2, 3. So this goes there. What we can do is start building the ramp, and if I did place that wrong, then we'll see. So you can split your ramps. I showed this in the last series, but I'll do it again. Split your stacks here, and then have one of them be in this rotation here. And then you can switch straight back to the other one, and you can really quickly do this. Yep, I did that in the wrong place, it looks like. Or did I? Hang on. You want that one? So then this one should be a ramp, not a block. It's not significant. You can have it be a block if you misplace it as well. I have just been making mistakes all day today, haven't I? And I'm paying for it by breaking it with all of this, but it's still a lot faster than upgrading. Then do the same here. There we go. Do a little bit here. Since you're doing it this size, you don't actually need this part here, so you can cut it out if you'd like. Doesn't hurt the base, it's just, you know, you'll save a few blocks of materials. And then you should probably replace it in here, but I genuinely can't be bothered. It's not that important. So these are going to be important for helping the zombies get up here. If you want to move that 3x3 back and put it under this, and then put the L here, you could do that. Should I do that? Okay, this isn't necessary, but for the benefits of my aesthetics, I'm going to do it. And then put 2 cubes there. That's aesthetically nice to my brain, and there is a gap of 3 blocks between these. That's what you want to do. But the other ramp design would have worked. This is just cleaner, and it won't bother me as much. Don't worry about that. They were temporary anyway. So, we'll do the same system here, where I have the split stacks, and I copy one of the orientations. And we just want to continue the ramp up to the top of the bridge there. Place these. Oh, yeah. I don't have parkour. I shouldn't have been doing that. Not to worry. We shall use building blocks, and I will just harm myself a little bit while I do this. I have a cast, I think, back at my base, so it's not a big deal. But I'm almost done here, so I'm just gonna finish this up. Don't try that one at home. I guess we can take these building blocks off and meet them in the middle, and hopefully it's the right measurements, or I'm absolutely fucked. Here we go. We will have to go on the underside, though. Ow. And fill in that one block. Right. Let me clean up my mess. Now, can you jump into the space the way I've designed it with a broken leg? You can. That's pretty good to me. So, the next thing we want to do, copy this cube, and just fill out the floor. You need some amount of walls here. Careful on this, especially with your broken leg already. Now, you have to be careful here, because you do only have 2 pillars holding you up. So, be deliberate with your block placement. We want a doorway here with 2 blocks above the doorway. Reason being, zombies can jump over if it is 1 block, so you want it to be more than 1. I'm going to place these plates here. This is going to discourage the zombies from actually attacking those parts of the wall. You want them to attack the part you're going to put in here. Because I have a robotic turret, you know what I'm going to do? To help alleviate the issues I'm having with the zombies trying to hit stuff here, I'm just going to place the robotic turret at the top. Try and place it in a useful position. Oh, you know what? I need to have the robotic turret on me for combat. Basically, have it here and it should punch a few off the stairs. That'll help. So the next thing we want is, of course, scaffolding ladders. You can use a variety of fighting position designs here. There's plenty of good ones. We're just using scaffolding ladders. We're doing a double one just to be sure. And then what we want to do is do 2 high walls. You could even incorporate a little bit of a mini killing corridor here with trapdoors, because you do have a few blocks of space. I have those blocks of space there more for the sake of not being completely claustrophobically held in there. But you can use that as a killing corridor thing if you would like. And then we need a door. The door is to protect you from anything that might be over there trying to spit at you or jump at you. The door on the outside, I think. Yep, cool. There we go. This base works. If there's a vulture, just punch it in the mouth. Probably want to shoot it, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not sure if vultures can hit you where they are here. We'll have to see, but all in all, just look up and shoot at them, right? If this is too close, just add in more blocks above it. Like, make this 3 tall and add in another layer of ladder. So this base is done. That's it. It took, what, half the blocks I had, so like 120 blocks. That's pretty good. I did break my leg doing it, but these are the hazards that come with the job. And it took, you know, 1/3 of an in-game day, and that'll work perfectly fine. It's not very pretty though, is it? Let me run back to my base and see if I've got a cast. I know I can roid myself to the gills and just not have to worry about it and maybe buy a health bar. So this isn't an issue. I mean, I even have a motorcycle from day 5. If you want to know how I did that, you'll have to watch the last episode. Plaster cast. That'll take me down to what? 25 minutes. Let me stack up 3 steroids. That'll cost me 100 water, so I'll need to drink 5 of my waters, basically. These are the costs of having broken legs. Right, with that out of the way, base done. With 100 blocks left over for other chaotic things I want to do. Look, good as new. I can jump and everything. I can not take damage. Now, if I sprint, I will still slow the timer down, but not significantly. This'll do perfectly. A fetch 300 meters away. Hop on my motorcycle and do that then. Oh, it's an electronics POI, is it? You know, I'm very tempted to double loot it. You know what? I'd rather get the tier 2. I will loot this truck again, no? Wiring, tech, and deck junkie. Where's this zombie? Skill point, let me go ahead and put that into lockpicking 3 to get more forge aheads. Seriously? Ow. Here's a satchel. Is this not where the loot is? I guess not. Oh, here's the loot. Any zombies in here? Oh yeah, a few. Urban combat again. Wow, why am I getting so many urban combats this time around? And a triple armor pocket mod, of course, which is also good. I am steroided to fuck right now, so it doesn't matter right now, but I won't be forever. A replacement cast at least. Now let's head back to Trader Rect and get my tier 2 complete reward then, hopefully. I don't want any of this, I don't think. I'll take the helmet light mod. 50 forged iron, mini bike parts bundle. No, let me go ahead and take 50 forged iron then, I guess. That's a really terrible reward. What else do you have, though? Trader Hugh to the north? Oh, see, he was there. Oh my god. You suck. Do you unlock anything new there? Alright, well, we know where Hugh is at least now. I'm gonna buy that acid for 420. Might need it to build something later. Right, so the traders are gonna reset tomorrow. No chance I'm getting Trader Bob's Crucible. Right, so there's no time like the present when it comes to doing any kind of job to progress your traders. So I'm just going to take a tier 2 and hand that back into Trader Rec tomorrow. Let's see, clear, trucking versus... Yeah, I'll take the house, there's more likely to be books there. We'll go do that, and I'll try and wrench a bunch of cars while I'm at it, because that is what I need for my motorcycle. Okay, let's start this POI. I'll focus on killing everything in it first, because obviously nightmare speed would be harder to deal with. Here's the satchel. That was incredibly easy. Let's get the loot. Let's see, lucky looter, some custom fittings, a shotgun, some food. Okay. Metal chain mod. Not that helpful. Right, let me go back and actually, like, loot this house, because I was just trying to rush it to get it done before night came. Although I don't think them being nightmare speed would have helped them all that much. Honestly, I think I didn't really miss anything. There's not that much in this house. I'm gonna wrench their car, though. There we go. Does this place have a mailbox, I wonder? Because that's just a free book, if so. Ah, hey there. Forge head, nice. So, while the night pass is so weird without the fog, isn't it? While the night passes, I'm going to go out. I'm going to loot any mailboxes I find and scrap any cars I find, including these. To get gas, I have some hackers to get 20% more salvage harvest. And in the morning, I should have a few more books and a lot more gas. So, I'm going to get to that. Relogging has not solved the sky issue. That is very odd. Oh well, I'm going to wait outside Trader Hugh for him to open. I guess this is just how the sky looks now. Oh hey, there's a gas station over here. This might have some good things in the loot room. Vehicle adventures, cool. Not all that helpful to me because I really don't need a 4x4 right now. I can barely keep my motorcycle running. What skill point? Let's go for Dating Adventurer, because that's going to get me 10 more trader levels, which is the equivalent of me having 30 plus levels total, so I would have the trader gear of a level 47 character. Not bad. Nothing much in there. Extra healing's always nice though. We got a crack-a-book container though. I'm betting we're going to get one forge ahead, surely. 3 points in lockpicking? Oh. Yep, Vehicle Adventures has overtaken the loot table. I could forget an elixir out of it, but I'm just going to bear with it. Because I know I will want the other vehicles eventually, and I will regret having used that. Let's go talk to Hugh. At least he will have at least 2 Forge Ahead books. 2 blue. Forge has a Forge Ahead for me though. We've unlocked anvils. Workbench has nothing. Cement Mixer has a Forge Ahead. Nice. I'll take some cobblestone rocks because it is extremely cheap. Do you have any good POIs? Moe's Grocery. We're going to double loot that. I want 2 more Forge Ahead books guaranteed. Gimme. And if I'm lucky, he'll give me a crafting magazine bundle as a reward, and I'll get a couple of Forge Aheads out of that as well. Right. Let's get into that last room where the actual useful thing is. Here we go. Let's reset the POI. Forge Ahead, up to 28 on those. Right, let's head back to Trader Hugh. See if he has any other really just good POIs for books. Well, that all sucks. More Power Shack? Yeah, that's probably a good idea for my build. You know, if I'm looking for Forge Ahead books, that tier 2 Working Stiff Tools would probably be a good place after this. Let's have a look in here then. Right, so after clearing this room, got myself a couple more of those and a couple more of those. Let's see, vehicles, traps, and a tech junkie I already know. Tech planet, wiring, and a battery I really don't need. There's also one in here. Planet and a baton that I can scrap for parts. Okay, let's fight these guys. Level 6 pipe baton, think I'm good. Another stun baton and 3 wiring 101s. I don't even have points in that. What? Yeah, that's boosted with advanced engineering. I don't have any points in that. How weird. Anyway, let's head over to that working stiff tools over there and see if I can hunt down a few easy working stiff tools crates. Bound to get at least a couple of forge heads from in here. That's right, there's some bookshelves in the back as well here. Let's take some fights. Ow. Infected, really? Give me a second. I have herbal antibiotics back at my base, so I can let that just get worse for a while. Robotic parts. Here's one working stiff tools, great. Forge ahead. Nice, we're up to 29. Vehicles, oh, didn't read it there, there we go. That's it, okay, let's get onto the roof. Bring on the vulture first, I know he's up here. Right, that should be everybody, let's get to the loot. Forge ahead, perfect, we can make cement mixers. Don't really have the mining ability to make use of that, but it's good to have another forge ahead. Yeah, with 3 ranks in lockpicking, most of these have forge aheads in them. There's another one. Not this one though, although we got an actual lockpick. And another one here. Just wooden tools. And Great Heist Volume 7, useless in single player. And a magazine extender. I already have a drum mag on my pipe machine gun, so I'll just hold on to that. No, that's it. Let's go see Trader Hugh hand in that job, see if he has anything else worth doing. If not, we'll head back to Wrecked and get myself a cure for this infection. Where is that way? I'll take the duct tape. Blue Birdie. This is a restaurant, I think.
I got a job.
Hybrid energy substation, but it's ages away. And the deracinated dump cell. You know, it does have a lot of books in it. Let's take it. See, I got a skill point there. That's probably going to go into Electrocutioner. So I can, you know, do more damage. As if I need that. Let's go see this job and then we'll see what we can do. Here we go, an antibiotic. Right, let's talk to Wrecked while I'm here. I have a new stuff to sell as well. I will take an upgraded wrench. Desperately needed a better wrench, honestly. Another bottle of acid, yep. Since I'm trying extra hard to get myself a chemistry station relatively soon, I am going to want to make sure I have the acid for it. He has nothing else I really want though. Here, thief etch.
Listen up, Jackie.
I'll take that. 99% sure I've already looted this, so I'm just gonna restart it now. Get on in there. I know there's a bunch of good book possibilities for it though, so I will do it completely. Now, between the spear buff and the stun baton buff, it really makes me think we need a slight fist buff now. Because they just don't do enough damage compared to them. Actual power creep, because the fun pimps do not do slight buffs. They buff things 100 years into the future. 2 more bookshelves, Handyland explosives, and Great Heist, the one that would have saved my leg earlier if I had had it. Come on, nerdy glasses. Damn it. Yeah, working stiff tools, great though. Forge ahead, nice. I'm at the point where it's almost guaranteed to get one out of those. The real trouble is, you know, guaranteeing that I get one of those in a particular building. So I'm not going all the way back to Hugh immediately. Let's go to the tier 3 fetch that Wrecked sent me on. Did I loot this truck again? No, this probably has a forge ahead for me as well. Hey, I was right. 34, let's go. I'll have a crucible in no time. It doesn't even matter that I missed that one opportunity. One thing's for certain, my hypothesis about the ridiculous progression power of an Intellect build in Alpha 21, if you just handle your time right, was correct. I will give myself a big pat on the back for figuring that one out. Went from a day 20 motorcycle to a day 5 motorcycle, and I'm almost halfway through the workstations thing. Oh, this place is worth a double loot, I think, because it might have a bunch of bookshelves in it. I'm not sure, though. Ah, what's the harm? He doesn't have any other good jobs today anyway, and I have time to kill. Holy shit. I thought the baseball bat had weird physics. Forge ahead, nice. 35 out of 75. 15 more for the chemistry station, though. All safe. Didn't bring my lockpicks, not miner 69'd up. Another forge ahead. Ow. Hey, bookshelves. Scrapping wiring tech planet. Ooh, bookshelves. Tech. Armor mod I already knew. Attracting stock mod will be useful later. Hello. Oh, I see a load of bookshelves over there. Nothing good? Nothing good. Unlucky. That seems like a lot of zombies. It was. Very astute observation. Well, that was easy. Tech planet, shotgun weekly. This is a tier 3, I forgot. Ooh, level 5 pipe machine gun, yes please. That thing can take a few mods as well. And I'm not sitting here bashing open the tier 3 loot, I don't care. I should really check the sinks for acid though before I leave. I haven't been doing that. And I need 2 more acid, so it would probably pay off. Vehicles, tools, wheel. Savage country box. Right, let me reset this POI then. Surely there's a door out here somewhere. Oh, meds. Where is the door? Ah, there it is. Right, and let's reset it. Hopefully we can get it done before the Horde. Ah, that's probably another forge ahead then. Nice. 37. Books. Forge ahead and vehicles. Wiring. 2 more bookshelves. Forge ahead, tactical warfare, and vehicle adventures. Forge ahead, vehicle adventures, and tech planet. That is some good luck right there. Forge ahead and tactical warfare. We need 9 more and we can make a chemistry station. I just need 1 acid in 9 of those books. Level 19. I don't even know what I want now. I'll just save my points. Forge ahead, sharp sticks. Tactical warfare. Shotgun weekly. And rifles, interesting. Gas and gas container. Vehicles, of course. I'm going to stop collecting wheels already. It has reached that point of the playthrough. I have enough wheels for the rest of the playthrough. Demolitions, treasure. Let's try my 1 lockpick here. I have 3 ranks of lockpicking, you would hope. You would hope. But here we are anyway. Yep. Books, vehicles, and home cooking. Right, let's get home. Well, back to Trader Rect first, actually. Mailbox. Oh.
Here you go.
Take those crafting skill magazine bundles. Nothing amazing this time, but it was worth a shot. Tomorrow I'm definitely going to want to go and check out Trader Bob, see if he has any acid or any other good magazines as well. One thing I need to check for is nerd tats. I mean, I have the stun baton and the nerd tats just make it ridiculous. Oh, 3 of them. Oh, they're not going to know what hit them. What that basically does is it makes the shock have an even bigger area of effect. Right now it seems that only the ragdoll has an area of effect. This makes the shock have an area of effect, and holy shit, it's good. Here's hoping the base works. I don't see why it wouldn't. It's just a modification of 2 other designs. Now, I don't have any points in robotics, so I don't actually think that my sledge turret can do anything here. But let's Let's have a look, because the range that it stays active at is dependent on your robotic skill, and I haven't put any points in mine yet. So, have I got a skill point, maybe? We can start doing that. I wouldn't mind finding more robotic parts and stuff, and more books to just get that out of the way. Okay, it's inactive. We can make a quick modification with the parts I have. So I'll just put this here as a means of fucking with the zombies, I guess, because it's not going to be all that effective. I mean, as long as it's in range, though, it'll be fine. And it'll now attack faster and do more damage as well, but damage isn't really the key here. What we want from it is just knockback. Oh, I didn't bring repair kits. If my baton breaks, I'm screwed. Here we go. Hope the base works right. I hear running. There they are. Why is the stun repulsor not working? Does it not work with nerd tats? That kind of sucks if so. Oh yeah, I should take the beer. Ow! Take a step back. Yeah, it looks like stun repulsor doesn't seem to work with nerd tats anymore. That sucks. Let me make sure to keep these blocks repaired. Loot that real quick. Furious Fists. Oh, that was a very small wave. Here we go. Here come the rest of them. Ace is working like a charm so far, though. The robotic turret isn't doing a whole lot, but it's, you know, it's taking a few out of my face. I should mention, by the way, that this is 64 max spawns. But that setting is an override, not a guarantee. What that basically means is if the game says, hey, there's 30 zombies allowed to be alive, and then the menu setting says, no, 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 only 8 are allowed to be alive, that will override it. The amount of zombies that are allowed to be alive in your horde are actually based off of your game stage up to a maximum of whatever you set the max spawns. So that doesn't mean there will always be 64 spawns. Just in case someone's like, hey, yeah, what happens if you do it on 64 spawns? The exact same thing. You need a higher game stage, and we'll be testing that throughout the series. Also, the turret is like knocking out 20% of them or something. It might be more than 20% now that I'm seeing that. It might be like half of them aren't making it to me, which I actually like. Right, there's a skill point. I'll hold on to it until I get another one. Can't see shit. Now here's a really annoying thing. Because this is a full block they're standing on, and the scaffolding ladder is where it is precisely, I can't actually hit them. So I have to shoot them. They've got themselves into a perfectly annoying position, but the other zombies should actually bash them out of the way. There we go. Need to crouch to use this for a melee base, I think. I don't know how I feel about scaffolding ladders. Also, the nerd tats were definitely stopping the repulsor mod from working, so that's something to consider if you're going to be using a stun baton then, I guess. Might be actively better to just not use the nerd tats. This might be the easiest day 7 horde of my life. This is nightmare speed for the horde knight, by the way, so this is insane nightmare, 64 max spawns. The baton just doesn't give a fuck. I just need to position myself correctly, because I'm used to having a barrier that like is like child-proof. It stops me from getting hit by the zombies because I can't move too close forward, but this doesn't have that. I think it's way more effective without the nerd tats, to be honest. Unless what you want is to stun a load of zombies, but what I want is to knock back a load of zombies, which it seems to be better at doing without it, so... Yep, this is probably the easiest horde knight I've had in Alpha 21 so far. Honestly, if you had two, it might actually just become an AFK base. Accidentally. Again, I made another accidental half AFK base. You know, I'd probably be done with Horde Night by now if it wasn't for the fact that half the zombies can't even get to me. Are we done? Or oh no, there's a couple more. I'm going down there. I'm bored of this. Right, what's the damage? That's what I'm interested in. What got hit? One hit here. Legitimately one singular hit, I think. Nobody hit anything. Did I somehow accidentally fix the one problem this base had? Absolutely amazingly, I fixed the one problem this base had without knowing how. Basically, the problem it had was zombies would run up here, and they would get into range with you, and then they would go, hey, and then they would start hitting the blocks below them, because they'd be like, oh yeah, destroy area mode. Doesn't seem to have happened at all. Did they hit any of these? No. Did they hit any of the blocks I was standing on? No. Well, shit, I made a perfect base. In the next episode, I will definitely get on to making a chemistry station and maybe, you know, moving into a house that isn't a silo and actually having some kind of a crafting base there, and moving on to probably extremely endgame things far too quickly. Thank you to my channel members and patrons for making these videos possible, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of this series.